All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Hope everyone's having a nice Thursday. It is Thursday, November 11th, 2021. Happy Veterans Day to all of our servicemen and women of our military. We appreciate you. Thank you. I sent out a nice little message to our great heroes who have served bravely. Thank you so much again. Little history side note, why Veterans Day is on November 11th. November 11th was actually the end of World War I. So the saying used to go, on the 11th hour of the 11th month, on the 11th day, the armistice was done between World War I, the end of World War I. That's why we have it. So a little tidbit there, really cool stuff. I'm a big studier of history, military history. It's great. So again, I suggest everyone do a little reading of the past wars the United States has been in, even around the world. It's really interesting stuff. Really cool stuff. Again, the internet is a great place for history and learning. I suggest everyone do a little reading today. It's really cool stuff. All right, before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo, click on that. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, comment your questions, subscribe to our channel. We love it. Appreciate you guys as always. A couple of logistical notes. Saturday, the new pod will come out. I know it's been a while. I think the last episode of the podcast, Lord, when was it? Let's see if I can find it. I think I had it here. Here we go. The last episode of the podcast was on February 6th. So a long time. We're talking about nearly 10 months ago. The only reason I didn't do a podcast for a while is just, well, we do the morning note every day. I do some lives here and there, sure. But I need to find subjects to talk about. So this one is going to be a good one. It's part 3 of why I'm still bullish. We did it before, so why not do it again? We're going to go over a lot of good information. We're going to talk inflation. We're going to talk politics. We're going to talk the market. We're going to talk seasonality. We're going to talk about what to expect moving forward and why I am still bullish. I know it's tough. What a concept, right? But yes, that'll be on Saturday. So if you have not subscribed already, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on the Anchor app, all free, no charge. Enjoy the podcast this Saturday. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. The Dow Futures are up 22 points. NASDAQ Futures up 128. S&P Futures up 17. Russell 2000 Futures up nearly 0.45% at 2,400 basically. The dollar is up 0.19% at 95.02. The VIX is down 5.5% at 17.69. Crude oil taking a little bit of a dip, down 0.5% at 80.96. Gold futures are up nearly 1% at 18.64. Silver futures are up 1.77% at 25.21 an ounce. The euro dollar is down 17 pips at 114.60. The dollar yen at 113.85. For my Forex people, these are the futures for crypto, but I'm just going to go over crypto with you now. Let me go ahead and update here. Crypto did take a dip, so let's take a look quickly on the 1-hour chart on Bitcoin. We are now below the 50-day. We're down below the 100. The 200-day seems to be support here. Again, I'm still long Bitcoin. Price target for me to sell is around 100 to 125,000. Again, I will let my investment club members know when I do sell. So again, as always, that hasn't changed. A lot of people always ask me, can I see your portfolio? What are you holding? So again, I talk about it nearly every morning on the morning note. Here is the portfolio currently. This is in courtesy of Coin Tracker. Down about 10 grand yesterday, down 4.04%. You see these numbers, you don't even look at it. Bitcoin again, I'm still holding. Nothing has changed. Nearly 400% up. Ethereum nearly 400% up, holding that. The graph, again, I did sell my Cardano to buy graph, GRT. Took a dip yesterday. Obviously, Tezos, Stellar, Shiba, I own some. Remember, I took some profit before. XRP, I can't sell it. I can't buy any. Thanks, Coinbase. Polygon, I'm still holding. Wrapped, Luna Coin, and my biggest laggard, which is not even that much, is Sushi Swap, down 45% currently. So that's what I have in terms of cryptocurrency, since everyone likes to ask. But again, here, let's take a look at some pre-market action on the S&P. Here is the S&P heat map. Disney had their earnings report yesterday, obviously due to streaming being less than stellar. It's down at 6.28%. Tesla is up 2.86% after Elon has already sold his shares. Word was right around, I think 10 billion was how much he sold. I can take a look here on what do you call this, on Twitter, and we can see exactly how much he sold. I had it here. Again, all news is on Twitter. That's what I use. It's free of charge, again, for everybody. Nothing has changed. Elon Musk sold about $5 billion in Tesla shares over 3 days, selling 1%, less than 1% of his holdings Monday, and about 2% over the subsequent 2 days. So again, he went on Twitter saying he was going to sell his options that is exercised and to pay his taxes. So there you go. Yes, billionaires and millionaires do have to pay taxes too. That's just the name of the game. That's the way. That's where we live in the moment, and that's where we are. So that's, again, after the sell, you can see Tesla is up, Google's up, Apple's up, Microsoft is up. A lot of green on the Nasdaq, a lot of green across the board. Really, the only one that's really standing out to red is Disney, Dish being another one. Another one is IHS Market Ltd, Merck, Pfizer. Those are down, and also Thermo Fisher is red. And then you also have Ross Stores that's red. That's really the only stuff that kind of stands out to me. And Cisco, Intuit, and Pfizer, which I don't own any of those. But again, these, you could see just a lot of green today. Nvidia bouncing very nicely, and AMD bouncing very nicely, NXPI bouncing very nicely pre-market. So let's see what we get. All right, so just a couple of things that we're watching today. The bond market is closed today for the holiday. Banks are closed today for the holiday, meaning, lobbies, if you want to go speak to a teller sort of thing. The stock market is open, so keep that in mind. Again, it's a full day. Nothing has changed until 4 o'clock. Again, we've had kind of a downward trend, again, after 8 days of all-time highs, consecutively 8 sessions. Again, it's mindful that we did get a little bit of a dip. I think it's completely healthy. Obviously, we had a hotter than expected CPI number. All those details I will get into in the podcast. I believe it'll be very helpful to everybody. So let's kind of look at what's to expect. Again, kind of a sideways week, not the best week in terms of trades either. But again, 1 week does not a year make. 1 week does not make a market either. So again, what's next? Look at Tesla. Break of 1109, there could be a gap to fill at 1213. So again, I'll be watching Tesla today very closely. I'm still long futures personally. NASDAQ, Dow, S&P, and Russell. I have not closed it. I'll probably be closing by the end of November, if not the end of December. That's how bullish I am in regards to it. I'm holding those positions. If you guys want to take a look, you can see right here, again, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, S&P. That's where I'm at currently in terms of the futures market that I'm holding personally. Again, we've signaled and I have not closed them. I'm still holding them. So the only one that's really down is the Russell, but I'm willing to hold that until at least the end of the month, if not the end of December. The good news about quarterly contracts is that you can hold it and you can swing them without any issues, unlike oil contracts, which are monthly. So just kind of keep that in mind. So Tesla is definitely on the watch list today. Let's take a look at Disney today and see what would be a good opportunity to probably buy some. Again, I am a shareholder. Right now it's at 163.98, a break of 157.48. I am a buyer of Disney here. And speaking of Disney, if you guys are interested, my wife does have a travel agency that handles Disney and Universal trips as well, Universal Studios and Disney. We go to Disney a lot, so it's something that she does that she absolutely loves, helping people. I put her company that's just a startup on our G.A.R Capital stories page. If you do want to follow, it would be greatly appreciated. Doesn't cost anything just to follow. Again, just a special favor to me as well, please. I really do appreciate it. Again, as we're talking about Disney, 157.47 is what I'm looking for. NIO, the freebie, yes, we did close it for 40% loss. It could have been a lot worse, and you can see now we're starting to bounce. So we'll see if we can get to 42.99 at NIO. Again, I owe you guys another freebie because I definitely want to get you guys back on track. Again, it sucks to get those kind of L's sometimes, but it's just the name of the game. We're going to be as honest and transparent with you. But again, I'm glad that we closed before earnings because it could have been a real mess. So again, let's see what else is out there. If we see anything great, we will let you know on the Twitter and on Instagram page. So again, just use proper risk management as always. So a lot of great things to come. We have the podcast on Saturday. Keep an eye on any kind of freebies that we may have. Maybe it's this week, maybe it's next week. It just really depends. So we'll go from there. Other than that, another Thursday is in our sights. Let's make it a great one. Let's answer some questions. Good morning, Carlos. Looking for a bounce in Qs or expecting to go down today? I expect us to bounce today. In a weird way, usually on holidays, we tend to do very well. We tend to bounce a little bit. Again, so what we need here is really that 200-day moving average around 393.44. If that does break, I'll be taking a look at possibly the 395 calls for next week, if not this week. So let's keep an eye on 393.44 for the Qs. If we break down below 388, then it's definitely a put short term, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. There's also something that I also tweeted regarding seasonality and sideways action. Let's go ahead and take a look at it so you guys can keep an eye. You can see here, Ryan Dietrich is probably one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter. He's a great follow. Remember, early in November, stocks historically do well. Check, but in the middle of November, it can get pretty choppy. We're right in the middle of the choppy part. So for right now, we're now on the 11th day. So we're probably until now to the 24th pretty choppy, and then we start getting into the Santa rally past the 24th. So again, if you want to start looking for some opportunities out there, some stocks that you want to buy, of course, I'm always looking to buy. Again, Disney would be possibly one of them. But again, I'm just looking to see what's out there. Not all dips are created equal, keep in mind. So again, let's see what we get. I do have my levels on what I want to do. Thoughts on Rivian IPO getting in? I'm not getting into Rivian IPO yet. Again, there's a lot of EVs out there. So again, right now, they're the second largest automaker. Right now, they just IPO'd. So again, I'm willing to wait a little bit for earnings. We did the same thing for Robinhood, which was absolutely very prudent. Let's take a look at it. Robinhood, in terms of their first time IPOing to it now, and you can see, I believe on the IPO was right sorry, I have to do Robinhood. I think it's Hood, excuse me. Robinhood, we started, I believe, at 33.25. We're nearly back to the break-even level on the IPO bid. We got as high as 85 and been going down since. And we've had two earnings reports that you could see down, gap down, and another gap down. So again, it's prudent just to wait for the IPO. Not a bad idea. Again, it's not like the stock is going to go up right away. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. So again, I'd rather wait for Rivian's earnings report before I make a move. Good morning, Raul. Thank you. Adding to more football. Yes, I will be adding, again, right at $24. That will be my level. Why the financials gotten any level rising yields? That's a really good question. That is absolutely a very, very good question. We usually do get a higher rate, with higher rates, yields, we usually get a pop in financials. It is not the case this time. So again, we'll be keeping an eye on it, but any specific details on why remains to be seen. Again, it's kind of strange how things are moving in terms of the market. If we have such high inflation, why is the dollar going up? Again, we would assume that dollars are becoming less valuable. Nice breakout on the dollar, but again, the big level to watch is 96.09 on the daily. Again, that's your next level. And if we go ahead and max out here, you could see based on all-time highs about 103, right near getting to around 96.09. So when in doubt, zoom out. Again, looks like we do have a little more to go in terms of the dollar. Again, that does hurt tech for the most part and growth companies. And again, you can see a little bit of a slide here. Not too much, but again, let's keep an eye on the dollar. And let's see here. Do we get unemployment this week? Last week we had non-farm payroll. We did have unemployment claims. Let me see if that came out. If not, it'll probably be tomorrow that we'll get that, because I don't see anything here. It should have came out about 30 minutes ago. So no, I don't have the unemployment claims number as of yet. If it does come out possibly later, I will go ahead and send that out. But nothing has been released yet. Morning, Carlos, can you talk about specifically the CPI number to understand these numbers? That's something very difficult to talk about here. That's why I'm going to do it on the podcast. I'm going to go over the CPI numbers, the PPI numbers, and what to expect moving forward. So again, I'm going to be more of a deep dive in terms of the inflation data on the podcast, since here I'm kind of time limited as we're cutting through close to the opening bell. Would you buy Beyond stock here? I haven't been a fan of Beyond stock at all. That's why I've never really bought it. I think that, kind of the Impossible Burger or the, plant-based burger, I've tried the burger. I hate it. So I'm just that type of person that I can't invest in something that I don't personally would want to consume or believe in. So no, I don't want to buy any Beyond. Again, that may be different. Maybe you're a vegan. Maybe you do want to have a little bite of Beyond, no pun intended. If you were looking to buy some Beyond, here is actually not a bad place, 78.80. But again, real big support is right around 45 on the weekly. If you look at the daily, you could see that we're way breaking down below support. So it's been definitely one that's been going down. So again, if you're looking to buy maybe 75, I would say if you're really looking for a deep discount, 50 seems about right. And we could possibly get there. We're starting to bounce a little bit after hours after the fall to 75, but again, I'm not a buyer of Beyond personally. Yeah, on the podcast, I will definitely get onto it. Would you buying the dip on Upstart? Let's take a look at Upstart. You can see at 262, the level I was looking for Upstart. Again, I like a deep discount is right at 200. I don't think we get there anytime soon, but if we do, I'll definitely be a buyer of Upstart. Again, I like deep discounts. This is why I bought Zoom. I bought Zoom. I have it here. Zoom I bought at, where did I buy Zoom? Zoom I bought in at 263 a share. Right now it is down about 3%, but I'm willing to swing that trade. I think Zoom has been beaten down and it's a little undervalued now. So again, I'm just going to see if we're going to get a bounce on Zoom. Again, it's a stock holding, not an option. What could prevent a bull run today? What could prevent a bull run today? It's a very good one. I think if the dollar continues to move, if we start tapping 95, 50, 96, then it would definitely bring us back down. But as of right now, futures are pointing to the upside, especially with the holiday. What about Palantir? Palantir, I love, and if it does break down below 21.12, I'm a buyer. I do own shares, and I'll be gladly happy to buy more. Morning, Carlos. What's your view on gold currently? Let's look at gold futures. Gold futures are pushing. Looks like 1900 seems to be the target. That's what I would target if we were long. I think we are long on gold futures on the futures desk. 1900 seems to be that target, 1893-ish. Again, the question is, have we hit peak inflation talk, or are we just getting started? If we're just getting started with inflation talk, again, gold is definitely going to get a little more love, possibly to 1962. But 1893 seems to be that resistance on the daily. Again, about $30 more. Let's see if we get it. I do own gold coins, physical gold coins and bars in my safe. So again, I mean, just something that I'm holding. Hasn't really performed very well versus stocks or crypto. Keep in mind that Bitcoin has taken a lot of liquidity out of gold. So again, you can see why. What levels do you look for in volume and open interest? Open interest I don't look at. Volume is very key. 1,000 contracts traded is what I'm looking for in terms of options at minimum. Thoughts on LMT for a swing? LMT for options sucks. There's not a lot of volume. But again, if you want to buy the stock here, I think here is not a bad idea. There is a gap to fill right at 374. So you could possibly buy here and then wait for 374 and take out your profits if we retrace. Roku, PayPal, buy zone. Let's see. I own both. Roku at 255.90. I will add more. Again, it's been an absolute winner for me. PayPal, I already added. So again, I'm happy about it right now. If we get down to 183.54, I will be buying more. I think PayPal is an excellent company, and I'll be gladly to buy more. Again, I like discounts. I want to buy at discounts. That's the key. So when the market is down, I'm ready to go. New levels to buy in Zillow. Thank you for everything, by the way. Thank you so much, Carmen. Let's see, Zillow. Zillow right now at 64.27. Again, they were trying to do the flipping the homes, buying as many homes as they can. I don't like that business model, so I would stay away from Zillow right now. If you're talking about where Zillow is probably fair valued, again, where you think it'll be worth it, right around $34, maybe. I'm not a huge fan of it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Zillow, to be honest with you. Again, remember, this was a $208 stock just this year, and now we're down to $64.86. Unbelievable. So again, $34.12. Again, if you want to dumpster dive, why not? But here, I'm not. I think there's still more to go on Zillow. Baba or Didi? I like Baba. I own Baba. I bought dips on Baba. I'm still red on Baba. 171.90 would be nice if we can get there. Looking at the hourly chart, not a bad swing trade if that's the case, but we need to see if we can get more volume. What about Fastly? Fastly I do not own, but again, if you want to buy some on Fastly, let's take a look at the daily. Right around 40 seems about right for support to buy some more if you wanted to. I don't own any. Thoughts on the trade desk? I need to also research that name. It's been doing pretty solid. Again, kind of a range so far, 98.20 being the high that we tapped. Now we're at 88, around $90 a share. If you wanted to buy some here, I don't think here is probably the best place to go. I would say possibly around 70 to 60 would be a good level. Again, looking at discounts. But again, if you like the trade desk, you can go ahead and buy it here and just hold it. Not a bad idea as well. Let's see. Opinion on GTR. I don't know what GTR is. I know GTR the car, but I don't know GTR the stock. Baba calls again, waiting on it. Again, what I'm waiting for on Baba is really 170, 190. That's where I'm going. Oh, GRT price target. GRT, the graph. $10 is our price target. Yes. Hi, Carlos. Bought some Tesla at 10.10. Do you think Tesla will continue upwards when Elon sells shares? Yeah, I think that Tesla will continue to run up. I think there's going to fill the gap of 12.13. So again, let's keep an eye on it. I think we get back to 12.13 again. You can see that pullback obviously from the sell of the stock, and now we're starting to bounce back. 900 I think would be nice on Tesla if you want to add some more. But again, 1109. If we break above that, 1213 should be next. Could be good for a swing. So we'll go ahead and leave it there. Guys, thank you so much for your time. GARCapitalFX.com is the website. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Have a good one, guys.